officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game.
Kevin Garnett.
The free throw drops for Garnett. Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett. On defense, Minnesota. Kidd up top. He's covered by Cassell. And the layup's good off the glass. Kidd's got 5 now.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Johnson up top. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. James kicks to Kidd. Here's Thompson, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Superb playmaking from Kidd with that dish right there.
Here's Cassell. Garnett with a screen on LeBron. Garnett, the screen. To the left wing. Pass to Hassan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Minnesota trails by 4. Passes it to Sprewell. Griffin with some nice D.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Cousins, no one around him. No good on the 3. Cassell, the pass to Sprewell. Here's Johnson, and Thompson sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Sprewell, that's good.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
And Thompson kicks to Cousins. No good with the triple. Here's Minnesota. Trailing by 2. Cassell, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
LeBron dishes to Griffin. Thompson for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Sam Cassell.
And he makes the first.
At the 1 for 2.
And so Cassell nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Nowitzki for 3. A 3-ball. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
They set the pick. And there's the pass to Zerbiak. Here's Cassell, covered by Anthony. Cassell, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That free throw good from Butler.
Jimmy Butler. Taking 2 shots.
And so Butler nails both of them. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. For Minnesota, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls.
Sam Cassell. At the line for 2.
And so Cassell nails both of them. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. Butler passes to Anthony. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota trails by 3. Pass to Trent. Tries to save it, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Here's Zerbiak. Pass to Hoiberg. Here's Cassell. Here's Zerbiak. Off target from outside. And Butler, here we go. From deep, Wall. That's good.
John Wall.
Wall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Hoiberg, defended by Butler. They set the pick. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Minnesota, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Well, they've been shooting their free throws with confidence and knocking them down. That's giving them an edge, no question about it.
5 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To the left side wing. Nowitzki for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Hawks up by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Minnesota. And it's Trent in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Passes it to Zerbiak. Out to the wing. There's a good screen. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Manson passes to Hoiberg. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 5.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here's Nowitzki. He has 5. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Minnesota trails by 5. And here is Zerbiak. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Madsen. Misses off the right iron.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. So both teams making some changes here. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Got a piece of it. And James with a clear path to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
For Minnesota, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. First free throw is good.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. So it's the visitors now. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Minnesota trails by 7. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Garnett, the screen. Fade away. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. The visitors with the ball. Taken away. Here's Hoiberg. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got his 3rd rebound tonight. James wide open. From outside, off the mark. Hoiberg passes to Sprewell. Knocks it loose. Here we go, all alone. Jumps up, and LeBron throws it down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
no luck. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Hassel, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Cassell is checked in for Minnesota. Kidd with the double. Cassell kicks to Johnson. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
You know, that's hard to explain, that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Thompson outside. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Thompson's got 8.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
It's tipped. Griffin with the steal. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as a receiver, though, he doesn't necessarily feel the need to go for that monster finish. Just the nice little silky smooth layup.
Sprewell. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 8 points for him.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And that one's good.
Getting better and better. Got that field goal percentage up in the 60s now.
Clark, they've dialed it in here in the second quarter, playing really well.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Kidd attacking. That's good. Kidd's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And Jason Kidd picks up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Minnesota calls timeout. Knocks it loose. Here's Cassell. Kicks it to Garnett. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Garnett outside and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
There's got to be some defensive help there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Serbiak passes to Hoiberg. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes, have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Madsen, he's checked in for Minnesota. Now the pass to Cassell. Launches a 3, and it's sent back by Irving. Here's Madsen. They get it back. And Gasol sends it back. They retain possession. For Minnesota, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And the first one drops. That one misses. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Hawks